Good afternoon, hello, my name is Daniel, this is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel, and unfortunately I'm starting today's video off with an apology. No, it is not to you guys and girls who have to sit there and watch me get sweaty and it not be visually appealing. It's actually to this guy, Rupert. I'm really sorry for, I'm going to tell you why. Yesterday I went to a cross-country race, first one for years and years. I had to dust off my cross-country shoes out of the garage, so yesterday morning went into the garage, got them out, got a brush out of Liz's shed, brushed all literally the cobwebs off them and some mud, and then locked the garage up, went and did the cross country, came back. I'm sure you might be able to see where this is going. We hadn't seen him all day, all evening. We've been shouting him out in the garden. It was about 10 o'clock last night. I was just going to bed and I thought, well, I better go and have a look outside, see if I can see him. Took a big light out. And I thought, I'll just open the garage just to be sure. Open the garage and out comes you, Rupert. I'm so sorry you were in there for about 13 hours. So no food, no water, no toilet. That was not a good day for you. So you caught up on all those things, didn't you, last night? Didn't spend much time with us in the night. I think you've fallen out with us. And yeah, hopefully you've forgotten about it today. So I'm really sorry, pal. Okay? Really sorry. It was just an accident. It must have just nipped him whilst I was brushing my shoes. Okay? Okay. Time for a run. Okay, then lunchtime run time. It's actually perfect running weather. Nice and cool, but a crisp, sunny day. But anyway, this is not a weather channel. This is a triathlon training sort of channel. So I've got two things to talk about today. One is debriefing a cross-country race I did yesterday. Two is talking about my brand new approach to running training, which starts today. So yesterday's cross-country. Now, I didn't actually make a video from this event. Shock horror, if I'm honest. I was a bit nervous before the start. I don't really know many people there, and I just wanted to focus on my run and getting it done. And you know, I felt a bit like pulling the camera out was another thing to worry about that I didn't have a mental capacity to do. But anyway, it was 4.5 miles. It was part of the Booth Decorators League cross-country series at Chaddesden Park in Derby. Lovely course, conditions are pretty good. You run through a stream 4 times in total. So yeah, it's a really fun little course. Now, I ran it in classic cross-country fashion, started off way too fast, but there were a couple of narrow sections within about half a K from the start, so that was the right thing to do. But it just gassed me and I faded quite bad. But got a good workout in. It's the first hard running I've done in ages, and you know what, it just felt so good to pull on a club vest and to do a running race. The series is completely free, thanks to Booth Decorator League, Booth Decorators, who support it. And they've supported it for, well, I'm 32 now, and I did that series when I was like 15, 16, 17, and it was their name then. So it's awesome support. And yeah, had a real good day out. I placed 93rd overall. I think there was a couple of hundred people in it. Now, it's not the most competitive cross-country league in the world. There are other ones like the North Mids and other ones which are, but I'm a long way off the front, so it doesn't really matter. And it's such a good like spirit and community feel there. A lot of club runners. It was really good, and because it's one mass race, you're running with women, men, children, old people, and a lot of them are beating me. Whereas a lot of other cross-country leagues I go to, you know, you're in your like own race, like senior men, senior women, etc. I quite like it being all mixed in, because I think perhaps if I was just in like one age group or something, I'd be way off the back. Some of you might know my friend Hannah on this channel. I ran a marathon with her 3 years ago, I think, and I used to run with her as a teenager. She was very good, and she is still very good. She beat me by 30 odd places in about 2.5 minutes. So that is my aim. There's another one in 3 weeks. I'm giving this everything I've got to try and get in better shape so I can be a bit closer to her. I'm obviously not going to beat her, but you know what, I'm going to give everything I've got. Anyway, I'm going up a hill now, so I'm going to talk to you on the way back down about what this has meant for my run training. Okay, going slightly downhill now, that helps. So firstly, this change in training isn't like a knee-jerk reaction to, oh my god, I need to be a cross-country runner, must do loads of mud and hills and stuff. This is part of the plan, if there is a plan. So I've basically done, since like end of season break, cycling, triple, that sort of stuff, I did 2 weeks of running between 13 and 15 miles, you know, 2 or 3 runs in the week. Then I've just done 4 weeks of running between 4 and 6 days in the week, averaging 4.25 hours of running, which was about 28 miles ish. roughly. So it basically means I've got like a month and a half, or definitely a solid month of running quite a good volume for me, quite good frequency, you know, quite a decent amount of running. And that's good, and that would see some improvements over a long period of time, but I do need to do some, you know, some intensity in there as well. Now the problem was with me doing no intensity was that all of my runs were a little bit too hard, which was fine at the time because I was hardly touching the bike, I wasn't doing any intensity on the bike, so it was all right. Now I'm starting to ramp up my bike intensity and volume a little bit. Now I'm doing things like cross countries, and I've got a few running events and multi-sport events over the next few weeks. Like, I have to respect the steady running more. I know I should have done anyway, but like, I'm really gonna have to now. So like today, day after cross country, my calves are killing, my hamstrings are killing, so I've really got to really ease off. I need to keep that mentality for when I feel better as well, because I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks either a club session or a cross country or an event most weekends. So that means that once a week I'm going to be doing some, you know, real hard running, not necessarily flat out, but definitely a lot harder than the easy running I have been doing. So that just means I've got to, you know, balance the books, haven't I? I can't just keep like pushing it too much in training and pushing it too much in racing, because something's going to break eventually. And this last winter I was quite prone to breaking, so I'd rather not that if at all possible. So yeah, that's the vague plan. I'm going to finish this run and we'll have a look to see if day one's actually gone to plan or not. Okay, run done and dusted, stats on screen. Now this whole thing is perhaps skewed by this Apple Watch not being the best with the wrist heart rate. So my heart rate was 137, which is just out of zone 2. I think it's a little bit lower than what it has been the last few runs I've done, but I was definitely hoping it'd be lower than that. I was a good 25-30 seconds a mile slower than what I have been running that loop. Some of that is the fatigue, some of that is me genuinely just like running steadier. So hopefully in the next few days my heart rate will come down a little bit more as I'm less fatigued, is the plan. But yeah, I'm going to do a couple of videos on this actually, because I've been using it for all my training recently and mixed findings. I'm pretty sure I'll be going back to Garmin, but we will see. I'm going to end today's video there. Let me know down below though, are you doing any winter cross countrying, any winter events? I've got a couple in the calendar in the next month or two. Not going crazy, but just keeping my hand in. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hit like, subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock.